So congratulations, you have reached the end of video 6. Now we're at video 7. And now that you are done creating your email follow-up series, we are going to take all that we've learned and create the webinar page. So before we can actually, set everything up and get response or your autoresponder in video number 8, we've got to have the webinar page in hand. Now, while you don't have to make your webinar page disappear, and you don't necessarily have to use the close or anything like that, you can achieve this if you want to do that by utilizing a cookie-based countdown timer. So that when prospect A comes to the page, they see it, let's say, for an X amount of hours, let's say 72 hours. But when they come and they're warned that, hey, it's actually going to disappear, when they come back to the page and it has ended, it will have disappeared. So 72 hours, it ends, so does that page. So if they come back, the page is gone. Now, you might be thinking, well, wouldn't I lose money? Wouldn't I lose that prospect? Yes, you might lose it at that moment, but it's okay, because what you're doing is you're conditioning people to realize that when you say 72 hours and it ends, it ends. Now, what you could do is within a week's time or 2 weeks' time, you email them again to a different page that is, say, for 24 hours only. So given that it closed down earlier and then you're offering it again, a lot of times when utilizing scarcity and it closes and reopens for a very time-limited period, that will actually help your sales. And you will be amazed how much it does. Now, what we can do is most likely prospect A, in this case, didn't purchase earlier, but they will purchase now. However, let's say prospect B comes 5 days later, you can actually make it so they see a timer at 72 hours again. So really what it is based on each user when they are cookied. And you can achieve this by getting access to a software application. It is called Countdown Monkey, and there are 2 different ways that you can use Countdown Monkey. Countdown Monkey is a timer. However, you can either set it so that everyone sees it end in 72 hours, or you can set it up as a evergreen offer, which is what I've talked about here, where prospect A comes, they see 72 hours. Prospect B comes and they see it based on when they actually visited. So as of now, this is the only software script that I know of that will allow you to achieve this. Now, if you apply this to your page, then you can actually not only have scarcity, but you will have a user-based experience. And that is very, very powerful to have. So because there are so many different lead capture generating pages systems out there, I'm really just going to show you what you want to look for and leave it up to you as far as what you want to use. So you can use anything from things like optimized press or lead pages or anything like that. Now, if you want to use Countdown Monkey, some of these tools you have to use, whereas you can actually enter some sort of JavaScript code, which will allow you to edit the page. But with lead pages, for example, it does offer a countdown timer on some of these, but you're not really going to be able to integrate Countdown Monkey with it. So you're going to have to use something like Optimized Press or something WordPress based or even HTML based to utilize the Countdown Monkey. But I just wanted to show you some of these templates to show you kind of what you're looking for to kind of create. But with EverWebinar or even Webinar Geo, you'll be able to kind of recreate a live experience through those systems. So if I scroll down here, this is what we're looking for. So if you go to lead pages, just as an example, these are kind of what you're looking for here. And as you can see here, we have, we have the register for a webinar, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for kind of a page like this where it just like has the video. And you don't want to pick a page that's too complex. Really what it comes down to, I found, is just a headline at the top, the webinar replay, and then some sort of button below it that says register now. So keep it simple. Don't keep it complex. If you can find one that has a countdown timer on it and you don't need to have Countdown Monkey, that's fine too. But that's something that you kind of want to aim at. Hey everyone, I just wanted to congratulate you on getting access to this video course on how to deliver your webinar with the highest conversions. And this is going to be a 9-part video course. Now, my goal here, before we get started, is to really condense as much as possible so that you can watch, learn, and quickly implement as quick as possible. So I know your time is valuable, so I'm going to do my best to keep things short and straightforward and kind of eliminate some rambling as possible. All right, so first things first, this is video number 1, which is the introduction. And where this video course begins is that you've already set up your landing page. So you already have your webinar in hand and you've already set up your landing page. So you can use lead pages, you can use optimized press, you can use whatever you want to set up your lead capture page. So this is basically somebody fills in their name and email, and at this point they are waiting to receive the webinar replay from you. So from this point on, this is where the video course starts, and I'm going to walk you through, for example, how to set things up, how to set up your autoresponder, how to write your email autoresponder series, which actually is very crucial. A lot of people tend to forget that setting up a high converting email follow-up series is very, very important. Now, before we get started and we jump right in, I want to say that the mindset here is that the secret is in the email series. I know it's easy to get lost amidst all the different software tools that you can buy, and while those are definitely important, you definitely want to focus on the email series, what you're going to write about, whether it's your product, whether it's your service, whether it's a specific action that you want people to take. You really want to think about that before you begin to write your email series. Now, if you want to watch all the way through the video course first so that you have an idea about how everything is broken down, that's fine. Or if you want to follow along, that's fine too. So feel free to pause this video at any time. So what I want to do now is kind of give you a quick glimpse of all the videos in this video course as a whole. So obviously this is video number 1, which is the introduction. Video number 2, we're going to talk about delivery platforms, which is definitely important. So I'm going to talk about 3 different categories of tools that you can use to deliver your webinar replays. Video number 3, we're going to talk about the email course formula. So before I jump right in and show you how to write your emails, I want to kind of show you what the actual formula looks like so that you know exactly what to expect. Video number 4, we're going to talk about the email swipe, which is what we call the replay or the welcome email, and we'll discuss that in more depth. You'll get to follow me step by step as we create the actual email. So the whole goal is by the end of this video course, you will have your own email series written 100% all the way from start to finish. All right, so video number 5, we're going to talk about benefit angles, specifically as far as writing emails. So benefit angles are typically in the between the welcome email and the closing emails. And this is kind of going to tell your prospect, hey, this is what this product does. This is beneficial to you. And as you know, you have many benefits to your product and service, but you can't always fit that into one email. So this gives you an opportunity to build trust with your actual prospect who is interested in your product that is being sold or whatever is being taught inside of your webinar replay. And then of course, video number 6, we're going to talk about the close, which consists of 2 different emails. Video number 7, we're going to talk about the webinar page, so the page itself, and how we can create the page in such a way that we create an experience We create scarcity to get people to take action. And video number 8, we'll talk about text emails versus HTML emails. And video number 9, we'll talk about setting up your follow-up series with GetResponse. So as you can see here, the whole premise is to teach you how to do it, walk you through step by step, and actually practically and realistically apply this. And then by the end of this whole video course, you'll not only have the email follow-up series, but you'll have everything in the funnel itself, and you'll be able to be shown how to set things up, which is very important. So with that said, let's move on to video number 2 and talk about delivery platforms.